excited you decided to join as I attempt to help make the season bright together. Of course, I don't have my PJs on tonight. I had plans to have them on, but they're not on. But however, I'm here, and that was Todd Resean, Buckley, with his very own rendition this Christmas. And of course, I want to say thank you to Kaylin, one of Phoenix's greatest. All right, so we're gonna get started. So check this out. Of course, before I get started, there's a couple of books that I wanted to just share with you. I talked about this book last night as well. This is A City Called Heaven, Chicago and the Birth of Gospel Music. And it's very colorfully written by gospel music historian Bob Meredith. He does a magnificent job just conveying and showing us how Chicago is the mecca of gospel music. And it shows about the churches that were prominent there in Chicago at this particular era. Trust me, it is a book that you really want to have in your collection. It's just great information, great knowledge. Also, I am a fan. This is the second time that I ever bought this book. The first book, everybody knows that I am a fan of James Greer and Company. And the first time that I met James Greer, Bill Carpenter actually did a little something on James Greer in this particular book. So I actually gave it to James Greer because he didn't have it. So I lived without the book for a couple of years, but I finally have it, so I'm grateful. Listen, this is called Uncloudy Day, the Gospel Music Encyclopedia. It pretty much, he just kind of lightly talk about a lot of iconic figures in gospel music, and he tells a little bit about their history and everything like that. So it's pretty much just a go-to guide just to kind of, understand, who's who in gospel music. And he does a wonderful job by putting a lot of the charts in the back of the book, show you, where these particular songs peaked at on the chart and how successful they really was. All right, so listen, I am so excited about tonight. Tonight, we're going to do the Pace family. I don't know if everybody knew, but the Pace family did do a Christmas album, okay? And we're most certainly excited about it. So I'm not going to play every song, nor would I play every song fully through. But let me read a little bit, and then I'm going to go into some music. So ATL, Atlanta, approximately 208 miles as a distance from Statesboro, Georgia. Statesboro being recorded as one of the transit cities in the early age of blues. Songs like Statesboro Blues attest, and the artist of that particular song is Blind Willie McTell. Check him out. He has a very profound story. There's a couple of documentaries on YouTube that kind of goes into depth about his life and how he lived with that handicap of being blind, and how he just used the music, took him to different levels, and it talks about the downs and outs about in his life. But look, that's just a freebie. Okay, so anyway. However, ATL birthed one of gospel music's most signature sounds, vicarious through the Anointed Pace Sisters, which is the subject of interest this taping. All right. Matter of fact, let me say this too. Look, this is one little motto of mine. What gospel music really is to me. So gospel music, it identifies with one's obstacles and flip the scripts and give a prescription with a description. In other words, it's a therapeutic conversation with yourself. Gospel music is therapeutic. It helps build one's faith and, help a lot of people go, through the ins and outs of life. So I'm gonna read a little bit more. Now, you all don't kill me if I messed up some of these amazing girls' names, but I'm gonna try my best. So there's one brother, which was Murphy Pace. Actually, I might as well get this out the way. I might decide to play something, but I believe this is the first LP that Bishop Murphy Pace produced. Listen, if you don't have this is available. You can look on YouTube and listen to it. Listen, that sound on here, I ain't even gonna really talk talk about it, but just know if you are a fan of the sound of the Pace Sisters, think about the sound of the Pace Sisters in a whole combined choir. Now that's amazing. So we have Durandis Pace. She was born 1958. Phyllis Pace. She was born 1959. You got June Pace Martin, 1968. No, 1960. LaShawn Pace. Everybody knows LaShawn. She was born 1961. You get Melanda Pace. She was born 1963. Dewaya. Listen, Mother Pace, thank you for naming her that. That is so beautiful. I just really wish I knew how to pronounce it. But Dewaya Pace, she was born 1965. Lastly, 1967. Latrice, you all go follow her. She does an amazing job capturing Mother Pace in her golden years. I mean, you can watch some of those 30-second videos and just go into tears. And Mother Pace she's just a lively person and just has a very humorous spirit. I mean, I just love that connection that they have. So check them out on Instagram. Mother Pace got an Instagram page herself. And then you have Lydia Pace. Now, I'm going to play a song, and then I'm going to go back into a little bit more into their history here. Oh, I'll lift up the LP. I forgot, I'm not doing LP tonight. We're doing a CD. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Actually, I'm going to play, let's see here. Let's do Go Tell It on the Mountain. It's featuring Mother Pace. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's real churchy. Come on, Mother. Like I said, I was just going to play a little bit, but can't you hear that? It's amazing how gospel music, we have something that we consider a phrase. We say, church me, take me to church. This right here is a church me tune. Like literally, this is church all in this particular night.
And sidebar, if you watch Tyler Perry's What's Done in the Dark, Latrice Pace is one of the actors.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's Caleb Porter. He knows some history there. Listen, all right, so let's go on. So here's some more information. Let's see here. So they had one brother, Bishop Murphy Pace. He pastored a church in Decatur, Georgia, named Deliverance Cathedral. He was born July 22nd, 1956, and unfortunately he passed away February 16, 2011. The Anointed Pace Sisters have produced and created a homely sound, something that facilitates to the heart and the soul. Now their recorded music, it spans back to 1989 that I know of, approximately 1989. A record label by the name of Faith Records, which was a black-owned label company, presented an album of the sisters, okay? Faith Records was founded by Reverend R.L. White, an Atlanta pastor with a heavy influence on the preaching circuit there. White, he pastored Mount Ephraim Baptist Church. He also recorded as well with his church choir. You have to listen to some of their early recordings. Now, I did venture off to try to obtain the original copy of the Pace Sisters' first album on Faith Records. I wasn't able. I didn't have too much good luck, but hopefully, really soon, I'm gonna be able to, capture that and put it in my archives because I definitely want to have the original album. So a few artists that were signed to Faith Records. You have Bishop Donnie Graves and Deliverance Mass Choir. Of course, the iconic Donald Vail, he did some recordings on Faith as well. Now, their album, the first album was entitled Morning Time. Let's see here, and that was definitely debuted on Faith Records. Now, LaShawn Pace is featured lead on the track. The title track is Morning Time. You have to hear it when it opens up. Literally, it opens up with a sermonic approach. And anybody that knows me, I always talk about sermonic. I don't know, it's something about the sermonic approach. I think, to me, I feel that it reaches down to the soul and it connects with the spirit because you get a chance to linger in the message, you get a chance to linger in the harmony and just linger and have a good time. So I like sermonic approaches. So she did a beautiful sermonic approach on the song. And it was, of course, it records the 80s sound very well. And their blend is certainly iconic. Now, in 1992, Savoy Records got a hold of these sisters. Safety Zone is one of my all-time favorites. I remember at the church, I did not know who sang that, but it was a lady named Denise Rucker. She sang with Pastor Dan Willis and Pentecostals in Chicago. Shouts out to Pentecostals in Chicago. Elaine Roberson, I Still Love You. You already know that. All that good stuff. So she sang with Dan Willis, and she did a phenomenal job singing the Safety Zone. You all know that song. Now, let me see what else I know. It's some more good stuff. It's a lot of good stuff. But let's listen to some more. Let's see here. Now, LaShawn Pace, you all have to listen to it. I do not own the copyrights to this music. Listen, you all about to experience the most jazziest gospel singer that ever graced the industry, Mrs. LaShawn Pace. Listen to her rendition of This Christmas. I think you might get a little kicks out on that one. All right? I'm going to try to play as much as I can. Like I said, I'm just playing a little. Listen, this just hit me. I don't know who this may be for, but no matter what you may be going through in this season, no matter where you may think that you should have been in this season, the best message that I want to tell you is that you are alive in this season. And since you're alive in this season, put forth works and work at being a better person than you've ever even could conceive. Like, your next move, make sure that it's a purpose move. Like, it's time out for just moving without a purpose. Because when you move without a purpose, you find yourself in situations that was perfectly designed to take away your purpose. So walk in your purpose so that you won't walk in a place that was purposely designed to take your purpose away from you. Oh, I just felt that. All right. So, listen, I'm gonna give you a treat here. I shouldn't be doing this because this is Christmas music, but I want you to hear the melodious sounds of the voices of Bob. I'm gonna play the first tune, and it was featuring Durandis. I hope I pronounced her name right. You know we love you. All right, y'all woke? You sure? I don't know about you, but the Pace Sisters, see, this is one thing that I like when it comes to the artistry that's connected with music. When someone presents music, when they're original, their presentation, it literally is a signature. So that's why I'm so strong on being original and stop trying to be a copy, because we don't want to hear what came from someone else. We want to hear what God gave you. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes we study people. Listen, it's okay to be inspired by someone, but never forget or neglect the originality that lies within you as an individual. So, of course, be inspired by people, but use that inspiration to make manifest what you have as an individual. Now, I'm going to play one more song on here, and then we're going to have our special guest. Okay, let's play this. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. This is entitled, What Child Is This? Find you some hot cocoa. However, the CD is available. I think I did something with my speakers in the back because I can't hear it, and that's frustrating to me. But, nevertheless, I'm so excited to have Todd Resean here. Are you here?
Oh, yes.
In the flesh?
Oh, yes.
Can you give me some soft music? Yeah, right. If you can. I think you can. Make sure you can see it. I'm great. I'm so honored that you accepted my invite. Yes, yes.
I'm excited for the invite.
Thank you so much. Listen, Todd, since we have you here, I must maximize this opportunity. Todd, you are an icon, and I know you're humble, but I say that you are an icon because you are an icon because in Chicago, you help usher the worship sound that we have today. And for that, me personally, I want to tell you thank you. I appreciate that courageousness that you allowed yourself to, make manifest. So, Todd, tell us, you were born in Chicago?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What side of Chicago?
South side.
South side? Okay. And I want to know, what church was you raised in?
Okay, so let's that's kind of a complicated story. So I'm born United Methodist.
Okay.
So I grew up in a church where you only could sing out of the hymn books.
Okay.
And if you were called to ministry, they wanted to know what school, what college you was going to. And so as a result of that, I used to always kind of buck with my mother to allow me to experience other ministries and other churches. And so there were a couple of churches that made a huge implant in my life. One was Soul Revival, Missionary Baptist Church. One is Hope Tabernacle Pentecostal Church. And then both of those churches led me to Sweet Holy Spirit Church, which is where I've been for, it'll be 27 years in 2020.
Awesome. Todd, tell us. Let me get the background questions out of the way.
Okay.
Todd, what was your first recording? Not whether it being solo recording or a feature.
Dang, that's a good question. I think the first recording I did, I did a church recording with Soul Revival.
Okay.
Which
So
was
where are they
in,
located?
9537 South Perry.
Okay.
I hope that's the right address. In Chicago, and they recorded an album in the 80s.
Wow.
And I sang on that album.
So how old do you think you was?
Oh man, I
Were
probably
you a teenager?
No, about maybe 8.
What? I hope we can find that.
I will send you to.
Oh, please. That's awesome. Now, Todd, tis the season that Christ was born. Now, someone may be out there saying, yes, Christ was born at this time, but I have more bills than I have money. Or somebody can be saying that Christ was born this time, but I'm taking public transportation. Somebody could be saying, Christ was born this time, but I just lost a loved one. Todd, when you sing, where do the inspiration come from when you may be hurting down deep inside? How do you surpass what you are dealing with to help to inspire someone else?
Well, there's a scripture that teaches us that in our weakness, that God is made strong. And so the irony of life and the irony of worship,
You better talk,
and
Todd.
the irony of ministry is most of the time your strength is birthed out of your weak place, your broken place. The only way Mary could bless the feet of Jesus was if the box was broken.
Oh,
And so I would say to somebody who may be looking at the irony of life and tell them that they're looking at it through perfect lens, and that we're going into the year 2020. That's the number of perfect vision, right? And so when you might see it as something that works against the purpose of Christ in your life, it actually is working for a perfect call in your life. Since you feel broken at a time where this is the season of Christ. Christ is calling me to do more, but my life is a mess. That's perfect time.
Todd, now I know I just love improv, but it's just in my spirit. You know, it's something about this song that will keep you in perfect peace. Can you just give me just a little bit of that?
Real movies.
Like, what inspires you to do? Keep playing. To do what you do.
You know, I personally believe your service in life is to be indebted to others. And I always hope as I stand on the shoulders of other people that I will do something that will cause someone else to have a shoulder to stand on. And so, whether it's ministering, whether it's coaching people in worship, whether it's administration, or whether it's acting, I always do it from the perspective of my success is important for somebody else, for another young person, for a discouraged person, for a constituent, an equal. So I'm always inspired to keep working on it.
Wow. And right before we get to your music performance, let us know the history. You can start wherever you want to on the album that you were blessed to release. Let us know what year and how did it come about.
Okay, so that project goes all the way back to 2005. So I've always been a worship leader in my church, and so there was a revival going on, and Bishop Neil Ellis came to the revival.
Okay.
And I was the sermonic soloist for that particular service, and so he prophesied to me right before he preached and said that that the Lord had showed him that I would record an album. And so he said, he moves on a little bit, and then he backs up and he goes, I'm going to plant the first $1,000 into this recording. And so it was like popcorn, you know. There was a plethora of ministers on the roster that Sunday, and so they all started sowing 1,000, 500. And the church came up in droves and was giving money.
Wow.
My pastor gave money. I think he gave, I don't even know, it was much more
Was
than
this
1,000.
Bishop Trotter at the
Bishop
time?
Trotter, yeah. And then there was a little old lady by the name of Mother Jones who came up at the end of it all and said, just in case there's some overruns, I want to give the last 1,000. And so at the end of that night, we raised about $10,000 or more.
True story.
True story. And so that's how my album came about.
Okay.
So I was able to record some music that I had written in high school. You know, it was still relevant then, and
still relevant now too.
Wow. I appreciate that. And so, you know, just connecting with friends. My friends sang backup for me. My friends played
tell us
the
some
instruments.
Tell us some people that was a part of this project.
Well, of course, Resean Mitchell, Rick Robinson.
Okay. Young Rick Robinson.
Right, Calvin Rogers. Some of the background.
What about singers? Yeah.
Right, some of the background was Jacinta Appleton.
Okay.
Shanita from UG. I'm looking at sections here. Marquita Sconyers. So long ago. I see these people in my face, but I'm on the spot now, so it's hard for me to call names. But just a bunch of my friends who got together, and it wasn't a hard process. Oh, Tony Coleman was one of the
Tony,
singers.
shouts out to you, Tony.
Yeah.
We love you.
And so, you know, we just got together. There was no pressure, and we did it on my birthday, which is December 31st.
Absolutely.
So it was at the beginning of the Watch Night service. We recorded the album. And,
Wow.
you know,
And what year did it come out?
2006.
2006. All right, so listen, I'm going to introduce this song and then he's just going to go for it. So I first heard this particular song by Greater First Bishop Travis Grant out of East Chicago, Indiana. Pastor Andre Crittenden, he was the lead vocalist for this song. And the way that they executed this song was just phenomenal. I've heard them sing it on numerous occasions. They recorded it, but I lost the recording. And a few years ago, Bishop Trotter and the combined choirs from Sweet Holy Spirit did a wonderful job singing this song. And hopefully this can help make your season bright, because Jesus is the Son of God. want to tell you this, like I said last night. Love on someone and change your life. Look, you might go to the store tomorrow. If you see somebody you might not even know them, just smile at them and tell them, hey, I was just smiling because I just want to share my happiness with you. Love on somebody, trust me, it's going to change a lot. It'll change a life just by your love actions.